guys, it's Night Fear, and today I am coming on to do a tag. I was tagged by Dane from Dane Reads, and I will link his channel down below. He's really amazing, and so you guys all need to go check him out. I have stuff written on this piece of paper, so if I look down, that's what I'm looking at for the questions. And this is the Boujee BookTuber Tag, and this was originally created by a book olive. And this is a fairly recent tag. This is actually she actually created this tag at the beginning of September this year. So yeah, so I will link the original one down below so you can find her too. All right, so let's get started. This is not really a book tag, but more like a general about books. You'll see. So the very first question is, what is your average monthly budget for books? Now, I don't really have a budget for books every month. Sometimes I go to Ollie's. You guys, I do have Ollie's hauls on my channel. And then when I do go to Ollie's, it's usually between $10 and $20, usually closer to $10, because those books average anywhere from $1.99 up to about $5.99, $6.99, and those are for brand new books. So if I see that there's a little extra, there's a little wiggle room, I might buy a couple books. Or if there's something I see that I know, because they are like a warehouse, like they buy from like Walmart, Target, other stores like that. So when they have things, they won't necessarily get them again, because it's like, you know, they buy from these places. So if you see a book, and especially if it's the last book, you need to buy it, because it might not be there. So I try to buy books because I have missed out before, and most of the time it's because I don't have the money to buy all the books I want, but I never spend more than $20 there. So if that answers your question. And some months I don't buy any books at all. So the second one is, what's the most you've ever spent at a bookstore? Now, like I just said, when I do Ollie's hauls, I never spend more than $20. But I do remember, you know, probably in my 20s, early 30s, when I had a little more money, a little less kids, I would say I probably spent maybe $40, maybe. But I don't spend anywhere near that now. I just don't. So probably, I'm assuming. Are you willing to pay full price for a brand new release, or will you wait until you have a coupon or there's a sale? I never ever pay full price for a brand new book. I just don't. I am not paying $15, $20 plus for a book. I can't afford it. And how I look at it, if I go to Ollie's and, you know, like I said, most of the books are $1.99, I can get, you know, 9, 10 books for what I'd pay for one. So why am I going to do that? It doesn't make any sense. So I do not pay full price for books. And I usually, like I said, I usually go to Ollie's. I do sometimes go to used bookstores. I also like to try to go to yard sales. I found a lot of great used books at yard sales, even though I haven't been able to go recently, but that's still a great option for me, because I don't mind used books. I mean, if you look at my shelves, a lot of the books, especially up here, you can see a lot of my V.C. Andrews books are pretty beat up. But as long as the inside's intact, I don't really care what it looks like. Okay, would you rather buy question number 4. Would you rather buy one new book or several less expensive used copies? I kind of answered that already. I would rather buy several used copies. My books don't have to be brand new. What's nice about Ollie's is they are brand new books, just for cheaper price. So I kind of have the best of both worlds when I go there. So, okay, what do you think a reasonable price for a new hardback book, a paperback, and an ebook? Okay, now this is me. I do not think hardback books should be more than $10. Sorry. I mean, I know that they have gotten, because it used to be that way. They have gotten outrageous, and I just, you know, I think a paperback should be $5 to $7, And then I don't buy ebooks. I do read them. When I read them, I get them from the library, because I'm not going to pay. A lot of times ebooks are more than what I would pay for a used physical copy, and I would rather have physical books, obviously, than I would an ebook, even though I will read ebooks because sometimes that's the only way I can get a book. But I still prefer a physical hard copy book. That's just me. I'm kind of old school when it comes to that. Is a signed book worth more to you? How about a first edition? Okay, the quick answer is no. I'm sure on my shelves I probably have a first edition somewhere. I don't know. I don't pay attention to things like that. I pay attention to, like with the Stephen King books, you know, I want to get all his titles. They don't have to be hardback. They don't have to be paper. It's just however I can get them. Now, the exception is if I could go and meet Stephen King and get him to sign a book, then that would probably be my most treasured book. But as yet, I do not have any signed books by him. Now, I do have one signed copy that was personalized, and I should have grabbed that. But it is a book that I won, and it's actually from a booktuber, and of course now I can't remember his name, but I have one that's signed and personalized to me, and I won that, so I didn't buy it. And then I have a copy that was just like, you know, mass signed that I got from Ollie's, and it was still only $1.99. But it doesn't really mean, I mean, I did pick that book because it was signed, and that's the reason I picked that one over another one I could have gotten at that time. But I mean, it doesn't really mean anything to me because I didn't meet the author. It's not personalized to me, but it just happens to be signed. So I guess basically the answer is no. But I would really, that's my life's goal, is to meet Stephen King and get him to sign a book. What is my most valuable book, sentimental or actual value? All my books kind of have meaning one way or another. I guess my collection of Stephen King books, especially, and this is a beat up copy, but especially Eyes of the Dragon, because it is my favorite Stephen King book. And then I got this one used from somewhere. I don't even know how much I paid. I don't know where I got it, but I'm sure I got it used. But I've had this copy for quite a while, and it actually might be a first edition. I'm not sure. No, maybe not. But yeah, I'm not sure. I guess this one would be, just because, like I said, it's my favorite Stephen King book. And because I lost a lot of my books, and have had to repurchase a lot of them, I had a box of the hardcover Stephen King books that was brought to me because I asked for it to be brought back up, and then everything else was left down in Florida, and the person where my stuff was being stored kind of had a hissy fit, got mad, and all my stuff was kind of destroyed. So yeah. Alright, will you pay more for a cover or edition you like better? I kind of already answered that. No, I don't care. As long as the book is intact, it doesn't really matter to me. What physical characteristics does a good quality book have? For me, a good quality book is the cover is intact, the inside is intact. I mean, that's pretty much it for me. I mean, I know a lot of people are very picky. I prefer not having dog-eared pages and things. But if I find a good cheap copy of a book that I've been looking for, or that I want, or like a Stephen King book, I'll buy it and I'll keep it on my shelves. I mean, I'm not picky. If I can read it, it's good. For me, like, you know, I'm not really a bougie kind of booktuber, I guess. And then if you won the lottery, what bookish things would you do with the money? I have always wanted to own a used bookstore or a bookstore, probably a used/new bookstore. So I'd probably use the money for that, and then, or I'd kind of split it up and use some, well, it depends on how much I win too. But I'd like to have a bigger house where I could have a nice personal library and then have a like a used bookstore where I could, you know, go in and hang out, and talk about books. I think that would be fun. And then the bonus is to give us an image, actual or mental, of your dream library or your dream home library. I did find sort of, let me see if I can, this is kind of like with the fireplace and all the shelves of, I want shelves all the way around, nice doors to get in, a nice comfy chair. I would love to have a window seat, but I want to make sure that these shelves went all the way around the room. But yeah, because then you know you could have a nice cozy fire and curl up in a nice chair and read. And that would be, to me, that would be perfect. Now I'm going to tag some people. I don't know who all has done this. I kind of looked up a couple people. But if you're watching this and I haven't tagged you, and you want to do this, please do this. There was a couple people that I just tagged to do another tag, and they haven't done that tag, and I don't want to like you know, have them have several tags that I've tagged them in. But the first one, because you've already done the last one, I'm going to tag Clint from Reads Readers because I have a feeling his answers will be funny. I'm going to tag Melissa from Melissa and Barnesy. And if you guys have not subscribed to any of these channels, you should go check them out. And then I'm going to tag, now I know both Clint and Melissa, they both, well, Clint usually watches most of my videos. Melissa watches off and on. And then I'm going to tag Simone from Me, Simone, and I. I'm not sure if she watches any of my videos, but she's somebody I've newly found. And so I figured I'd tag her too. But like I said, if you want to do this tag, I will have the questions all written down below, and then like I said, I will also link a book olive down below also, so that you can, if you want to see the original from the creator, you can do that too. So I'm going to try to do tags more often. I was happy that Dane tagged me. I don't get tagged in a lot of tags, and so I don't know. I don't know why. I just, if I don't get tagged, I just kind of don't do them. But I'm going to start trying to do more tags, and hopefully that will get me tagged more often, and then that way you guys can see more face to face. I don't know why you'd want to, but you know. So alright guys, well that's the Boujee BookTuber tag. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye! Oh yeah, and go Contemporary-a-thon and fall into Reading-a-thon. I'm excited. I'm reading, trying to get books done. So okay guys, bye! Don't forget, be kind to each other.